Hello guys, I'm Muhammad Adeleke. So I'm back to Port Harcourt from Lagos. I'll be talking about why you need to systemize your business for phenomenal growth. Yes, why you need to systemize your business for phenomenal growth. You can fall off a ladder by accident, but you can't climb a ladder by accident. So that is why the more intentional you can be, the more results you can get. For those of us that are hearing, maybe you are hearing me or you are listening to me for the first time, I've been in the game of business for more than 2 decades, and I've been, for more than 2 decades, far from when I was even in my secondary school days. And during my university days, I was also in the game of business at a more deeper level. Started making money then, even right from secondary school. Even before secondary school, I was making money. So I have the experience when it comes to the game of business. I built multiple businesses from scratch without any special funding. Yes, not just businesses, 7 to 8 figures. But some of them are even in 8 figures, 7 figures in dollars. So not naira. And I have a lot of success story and failure story. Of course, some of us does not know. People like Dangote has failed in more than 21 businesses. Yes, Dangote has failed in more than 21 businesses. So when you fail in the game of business, it's not a loss. It's school fees. So I've graduated from what you call BENS, Beginners Nightmare Entrepreneur Zone. Yes, I haven't graduated from Beginners Nightmare Entrepreneur Zone. I have what it takes to also educate people about the game of business, and I've been doing this for long. You can check me on my different social media at Muhammad Adeleke TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You can also check me on Twitter with the same with Adeleke Muhammad. So we'll be talking about how to systemize, why you need to systemize your business for phenomenal growth. I personally say phenomenal growth because growth is relative. If you are doing a business in your first year, you do 100 million, in the next year you do 120 million, that is not phenomenal growth. I'm talking about in your first year 100 million, in your second year you are talking about 300 million, in your third year you are talking about targeting 500 million, 1 billion naira, either in naira or in dollars. That is phenomenal growth. But the foundation is very important. I believe some of us know Iroko 3. Yes, Iroko 3 foundation is very solid. That is why Iroko 3 can be very tall, and because sometimes the roots can go deep in many meters down the floor. Just because once foundation is not solid, then every other thing will crumbs. We crash. The same thing applies to construction industry. The people that are into building, it depends on how many floors the house will be. That will determine how the foundation will be structured. That will determine a lot of things. Just like in Dubai, most of the houses there, they don't use block, they use concrete because they are skyscrapers, which means on a 4 plots of land, you can have a whole estate. Because even the first and second floor is car park, including the underground, while the remaining 20, 25, 35 floor is the main building. Of course, his situation determines a lot of things. But people that have traveled to Dubai and other places will resonate with what I'm saying. Of course, they have similar things in Lagos, but not that common. So, first you need to understand the concept of business systemization. The English can look new, but what it simply means is that you build your business in a way it can run with or without you, in a way it is scalable, just like franchise prototype. When I say franchise prototype, in a way that if a customer comes to branch A or location A, location B, either in Nigeria, in South Africa, in different continents apart, the experience will be the same thing. The experience will be the same thing. And if you have built your business in a way that it cannot run with or without you, without the owner of the company, without your key staff, then you have set up yourself for failure. So basically, systemization simply means running your business in a way it can run without you, in a way it is easily expandable, running it in a way you can sell it, running it in a way you can sell it. Because if you don't build your business in a way you can sell it, then it will be difficult for you to have branches. It will be difficult for you to actually have branches in different locations. And but just because you build it in a way you can sell it, and if something is not sellable, nobody will buy it. If something is not sellable, nobody will buy it. And when I talk about selling, that you see the business itself as a product. For example, let me use something that is if something is not profitable, nobody will buy it. So no matter the service or the products that your business is selling, also figure out how that business itself can be sold like a company, the same way Twitter was sold for top dollars because it was sellable. And for you to have experience about systemization, I'll use Mr. Biggs franchise as an example. During the days of Mr. Biggs, you get my point. But what is very unique that you can use to explain systemization is McDonald's. So, but to get started in business systemization, you need to first have a clear idea about what you want to do. That clarity is important because direction is more important than speed. Having validated your business idea, your purpose in business, then the next thing is to systemize it, is to scale it. But because you cannot systemize, you cannot scale what is not efficient. You cannot scale what is not efficient. So that is first thing. So for you to systemize your business, you need to first figure out the purpose of the business, the aims and objective, and validate it. So this is not a class to tell you about how to validate your business. How to validate your business idea. That's another class just on its own. So the first step in systemizing your business, that your business is currently working, but you want to take it to an higher level, is to figure out how does the business make money. How does the business make money? I will figure out how the business make money in a step-by-step flow. There is now for you to now document, reduce those processes into writing in a way anybody can understand, in a way anybody with average intelligence can understand. If you cannot explain what you do in step by step, then you don't know what you are doing, you can tweet it. If you cannot explain what you do in a step by step flow, then you don't know what you are doing. But for the benefit of those people that are aspiring entrepreneur, that is just want to start a business, just want to launch an idea, I'll go deep into some other foundational things about actually getting started before I go into systemizing what it has improved, systemizing what you do. First step for you when you have an idea is, once you have the idea, is to reduce that idea into writing by having a concept note for it, then have a vision for that idea, because everything you do must tally with your vision. Have a mission, then very importantly, have core values that will be your guiding principle while running that business. Because everything you do, your core value matters, and what you want to be known for doing that business. Like for example, there is a company with name Zappos. The company has been bought by Amazon. When they were starting the business, their core what they want to be known for is customer service. Even though what they are into is not even hospitality. They're actually into online sales of shoe. Yes, online sales of shoe. Zappos, Z-A-P-P-O-S, is actually into online sales of shoe. but what they want to be known for is customer experience. And because of that, everything they do actually revolves around that, and they're very intentional about it. But of course, Zappos has been bought by Amazon. Zappos has been bought by Amazon. But there is one key thing they did when they are trying to validate the idea. Zappos, they use what we call lean startup model. Zappos was into shoe, online sales of shoe. Zappos was into online sales of shoe. Okay. Okay, so Zappos was into online sales of shoe. So when they want to validate the idea, the first step they did, instead of creating a shoe production section or a manufacturing section of their shoe and produce thousands of shoes, they first validate the idea. How they validate it? They partner with people that actually sell shoe offline. Then they build a mini website. In fact, what they just did is just to even put the picture of the shoe that shop people who sell offline beside themselves. They put the picture on the website to first validate if people can actually buy shoe online. When they saw that people can actually buy, so they did what they did. They partner with people that sell shoe, snap the picture of the shoe, place on it on the website. They also partner with logistic company that can help them deliver the shoe. So when anybody order on the website, they order from their partner that sells shoe, place it on their website. Then the next step is for them to now ship it via the logistic company. So to validate the idea. So that is why if you want to systemize your business, the first thing is for you to validate the idea before you now scale it up. When they see that people can actually buy online, that's when they now went deeper in now investing more into other areas rather than starting to produce shoe themselves or starting to have a logistic arm of their business. But initially they outsource it. So if you want to start business, you first need to validate that idea, do what we call launch like an MVP version, minimum viable version of that product. Once you see that, okay, there is demand and you can sell at a worthwhile amount of money, it is profitable, then you can now say you want to scale it up. Then you systemize every process, then you scale it up. For example, if you have a branch for your business and everything you do in that business is documented, which means you can simply launch that business in another location with just little adjustments. If it's same, maybe you have a business in Lagos, you want to run the same business in Ibadan. There may not be much adjustment because the policy of Ibadan and Lagos will not have much difference. But if you have in Lagos, in southern part of the country, you want to run the same thing in the north, there will be little adjustment because of some differences in government policy. Yes, because the way, like for example now, the way construction runs in Lagos is not as the way it runs in Abuja. It's not as the way it runs in Port Harcourt. Some aspect of it, like when it comes to documentation and some other, the same thing applies to even in Port Harcourt, for example. Now, if you buy Coke in Port Harcourt, southwest or south, the size of Coke compared to north is different. The content, even though it's the same price, is different. The size is different. So first you need to validate the idea. After validating the idea, the next thing that is critical you do is to figure out, we call it the critical client part. The critical client part. How does the business make money? That's the first thing to systemize. How does the business make money? Every business have follow this pattern. Firstly is attention. Yes, every business needs to get attention. Then after attention is the engagement. How does your business get attention? After getting attention of your prospects, how do you engage your prospects? Because it's after you have engaged them and they are convinced that they can become a client. So if you can document your attention process, document your engagement process, the next step is your invoicing process, the money part. Because once the customer is engaged and they are willing to work with you, the next step is the money. It's how you invoice them. It has to be documented. Then like onboarding, agreement, onboarding, all those areas are very, very important, which means you need to there should be a financial management system in place. Then the next step is delivery. How do you deliver to your clients? How do you fulfill what you have promised? So once you are able to document all these processes, and you have a flow about how your business make money, you are able to document it. Then you repeat the cycle. Before you repeat the cycle, after you have delivered, then you can have a process also for reseller, should be documented. Or for upselling. When I say upselling, maybe the customer has bought a product worth 10 million naira. How do you upsell them to buy a product worth 50 million, or a buy product either that is more expensive or cheaper? Then you repeat the cycle again. So once that one is done, the other thing that is now important for you to do is to also gradually systemize go deeper into your human resources systemization. That is your human capital systemization. That is your team. Then of course, then financial aspect also. Document your financial oriented processes. Many businesses in Nigeria are not making money. They are not making money. That is why 80% of business folds up after about 5-7 years within 3 years of operation. 80% of business folds up because they don't understand the art of business. Business is something you need to learn. Business is something you need to be very, very intentional about. And one of those things that is critical is that when you want to systemize, you need to make it complex. Complexity is the enemy of systemization. You have to take it together. That's why the first thing that is important is that idea that you want to systemize to first manifest in your brain. The idea that you want to build your business as if you want to sell it should first manifest in your brain. Because if it does not manifest, then to convert it into action will not be that easy. That manifestation in your brain is more important. So the first thing you should do as an entrepreneur is that think further about how you can systemize your business, how you can run your business in a way that it can run with or without you. Once that idea has sink in your brain, you can now get started following some of these tips I've shared. But business systemization is something when we want to handle it for clients, we do it for 3 months. Because there are all these process of attention, the attention part of your system. There are a lot of things that is under it. Then the conversion also, a lot of things are also under it, because there is a difference between marketing and sales. For sometimes the marketing people are doing the job very well, but the sales people are not finishing up. Why? Because, for example, a lot of people have the website, but they are not tracking their website. A lot of people have the website fantastically designed, all the products is well explained, but if somebody goes to the site and calls the people behind the scene that picks the call, the people behind the scene, they are not trained on customer service, or there is no unique way of responding to a customer. If it is staff A that picks the call today, it will be different from when staff B picks the call, because there is no documented process that everybody must follow. Like it's standard, they will follow to enhance quality assurance, no matter who is attending, who is picking the call. Either the person joined you 2 months ago or 3 years ago, should be the same experience. So that is why all these things actually has a lot of things that is involved. And one of those things we do to make it easier is that those people that has the knowledge, there is a way there is a system we have to extract the knowledge from those people that have the knowledge. And one of those key challenges is that in most businesses is the owner of the business that has all the idea in his head, or some of the key staff will have the process of handling it, because the key staff is busy. That's why it's busy, because he's always doing the job. There is a system we have that changed the game to extract the knowledge from the key staff or the business owner. Then why we now gradually, then I also have the process to also document it. And even how do you even do the documentation? Are you using Microsoft Word? Are you using Google Drive? All those things, we have a system that actually handles that, and also how to even make sure that there is a buy-in from the staff. Because if you want to systemize your business and there is no buy-in from your staff, or some of your staff can see it, that if your business cannot wait or without you, then it makes them replaceable. But there is a way you can get their buy-in, that they will see that it also makes their work much easier, and they will also get more benefits in terms of they can be able to work less and still get better results, and they can also result. They can be able to work less and get more results. They can be able to build better products, get more job satisfaction, and also get better pay and better bonus. Because if the business is performing well, it also reflects in the staff. So getting their buy-in is also important. But the first thing is that we need to first talk to your own management team and the other key departments in your company. There is a way you actually handle that. So we can actually run with some of these things that I've explained. But if you want to go alone, it will not be as easy as if you work with us as consultants. So if you want my company to help you in systemizing your business, in consulting for you for your new startup, either an existing startup or a startup you are about to start, we can help you on that. Of course, we are just starting. We help you set up all the roots, days of your idea validation, PES2 analysis, SWOT analysis, marketing plan, business plan, visibility study. We can also help you on the hiring, recruitment, even onboarding. Because if a client joins your company, the way you onboard them will determine how long they will stay. The way you onboard them, their experience working with you for the first 2 days, 3 days with them, will determine how long they are going to stay. That is why one of those first things will also help you on is your vision, reviewing your vision, your mission, and of course, you can also have something like a balanced scorecard, so that your vision for the next 5 years can be well tailored, the next 2 years can be well tailored, then can also break it down for a whole year, can be well prioritized and broke it down into quarters. The problem with most businesses is that they do too many things at once, and because they do too many things at once, they end up getting little or no results, because the effort is not scattered, or the effort are not in alignment, because that's what you call precedence. Start to finish to start. There's some important things you must do before you do the next thing to help you arrange all these things. So working with us will enable you move faster in creating a better story of your business. It will help you 10x your business results. It will help you 10x your profit. And when you talk about profit, it's not about you marketing more. Because sometimes you can market more and your bank balance goes to negative, even though there is more revenue, but your cashback will go into negative if your resource allocation strategy is not good, if your financial model is not good. So we help you look at marketing framework, marketing tools that can fit in to solve marketing problem, and financial tool that will fit in to solve financial problem. Most people use marketing tool to solve financial problem. If you use marketing tool to solve financial problem, you can end up selling yourself or growing your company to bankruptcy. Yes, you can actually grow your company to bankruptcy if you use the wrong tool. If you use the wrong tool to solve a particular problem. But working with consultants will enable you guys started. So to work with us to enable you have phenomenal growth, you can actually get started by contacting us via 234-7069-555553, 234-7069-555553. That's 070-69555553. Your family, your vendor, your partner, your investor, your staff can get, are expecting more from you, and you can actually do better than your current results. We can enable you move from your current point to a better point. And that we also do for businesses is that we don't only look at how to make more, how to get more results in terms of marketing and sales. We also look at how to reduce your cost of production, so that you can be able to make more profits. We also help you look at how to strategically avoid some expenses, because in the game of business, any expenses you can avoid is pure profit. Any expenses you can avoid is pure profits. A policy as simple as any employee that wants to charge their laptop will use a surge protector. Such type of policy during onboarding as part of the laptop usage rule can enable you avoid spending money on acquiring new laptop, because if every employee is using sockets that is a surge protector, it means chargers of your laptop will last longer. You will not be having issue with board, because most board problems are caused by bad power supply, and that in long way will enable you reduce the cost of money you use in buying additional laptop or fixing a laptop. So some of these things come from onboarding. Simple onboarding as simple management policy, like okay, every week you must have a management, you must have a meeting, and every month you must have a meeting. Will go a long way in making everybody be on the same page. Simple policy as small as having a quarterly theme and a monthly theme. When I say theme, THME, that is your focus for a month, the focus for the quarter. We enable everybody in their department create their own version of that particular goal. If, for example, your goal for this quarter is innovation, you ought to innovate your processes. It means the people in the financial department will look at, okay, how can they be more innovative in the financial department? Oh, we've been using Excel, now I want to start using Google Sheets, so that all our documents will be online. Oh, we're using a particular software, but that software only allows you to use 2 users, and because it is 2 users, it's not easy to collaborate. Okay, let's move on to a software where we can have 10 users to manage our accounting process, or want to stop collecting cash, we want to move all our payments to either POS or whatever. Then the people in other departments will also look at what does innovation mean in their own context. Like, for example, maybe you want to grow, maybe your target is to increase your profits by 10% for the quarter. For the people in charge of sales and marketing, their own effort is to work more on how they can get more clients. While the people in charge of finance, their target can be how to reduce your cost. So having a focus, having a team, and everybody knows the focus, everybody knows the team, and everybody is communicated to them, will enable you actually grow faster. For most people do quarterly planning, but when they do the quarterly plan as a business owner, they do it alone. But if you want to do quarterly plan, one of those things that can actually change the game for you is to tell your key department head to suggest, to look at the last quarter, what are the success story and how can you scale it up, what are the failure, what are the places you have challenge, how can you fix that challenge, and send it to you as a report, maybe at the 10th week of the current quarter, so that by 11th or before the 12th week you already have information from the different department head, from the different branch head, or from the different people that handle different products or different revenue stream, and now add to your own. But when you do it in isolation, you are not on the field, you don't know what is happening. But if you get reports from your staff, from people from other departments, it will be holistic. And when it comes to change management, things that people are involved or they contributed, the tendency of them driving it is important. But that is why a lot of people have a lot of business plan, fantastic idea, but it does not mean there is no implementation, or there is no continuity, there is no sustainability. So we'll help you in having some of these, creating some of these management rule, productivity rule that can enable you not just make more money, but make more profits. So to get started, you can contact me via 070-6955-5553. There's one concept that is very important that most business does not do. There are some three fundamental things that most business, fundamental mistake of most business. We call it Muri, Mura, Muda. Muri, Mura, Muda. One of it has to do with waste. The other one has to do with inconsistency. While the other one has to do with overburden. And you even see this even in government parastatals. You see this in government parastatals because there is no quality management system in place. So by the time you come in, we help you review your business. Look at where there is waste. Look at where there is overburden. Look at where there is inconsistency. Then put system, put structure in place to enable you be more effective, to enable you provide quality service in a predictable way and also in a profitable way. Because some companies are actually delivering value, but they are not capturing value. When I say delivering value, you are giving value to clients, but you are not capturing value. That is the problem with Skype. Skype is a product that enables you to also make phone call, which means that instead of you buying airtime or data, you can actually call via Skype. They are able to deliver value, but they deliver value to consumer, but they destroy value. They destroy value for MTN and Airtel. Why they themselves are not making any money? Because they have a fantastic product, but did they figure out how to actually make money in doing that business? Of course, that's what we call double play strategy. That you can have a business, one aspect of a business, you are losing money, while the other aspect, you are making money because it's complementary. The same thing applies to Amazon. Amazon is making a lot of more money from their Amazon WS services, their cloud services, compared to the money they are making from their e-commerce service. In fact, they are even losing money on e-commerce because warehousing costs a lot of money, but they are making money from their Amazon WS service. Same thing applies to Alibaba and Alipay. The profit center for Ali is Alipay. They make more money on Alipay, while Alibaba, they are losing money there. But of course, they have customer base from there. Even the U.S. government, one of those things that make U.S. government be very successful is because they have a double play strategy. The postal service in US is free. Straight. You are going to know Obata. I'll show you just before Chelsea. Chelsea filling station. The US government is really losing money on the postal services. But if not for the postal service that is free, you cannot be ordering something from Amazon and they call it free delivery. It may take longer than normal delivery, but it's cheaper. And just because of that, a lot of companies are leveraging on that postal services, and they are paying tax. They are not just paying tax; they employ a lot of people. They create employment, and those people they employ also pay tax, and they have dependents. So of course, this is a high level of it's an MBA. It's MBA level, but I believe you'll be able to get some insights from that. So for you to have phenomenal growth to your business, you have to systemize it. For you to systemize it, I'll give some insights. You can work on those insights. If you want to move faster with them, you can hire us. You can, to get started, you can chat me up on +234 70695553. If you are just joining us, I'm Muhammad Adeleke. Of course, you can also get similar value-oriented business content on my YouTube page, Muhammad Adeleke TV, Facebook, Muhammad Adeleke TV. The same thing applies to Instagram.